Looks like Grogu is getting used to his new toy wrist dart gun. Modeled up in SolidWorks. Here you can see what I've got. It was printed on my Elegoo Saturn S and it came out great. The base layer is silver followed by some metallic black. And then I use liquid latex to mask all the metal areas before painting it using rust orange, as you can see here, followed by a light dusting of a dark brown. Once that's done, I clean up all the masking on the metal parts and then do some final touch-up. Here I'm using the black metal to just add some detail. The leather, it comes from a local hobby store, but it wasn't dark enough, so I took that dark brown, thinned it down quite a bit to a watery consistency, and then painted it darker. To get the straps, I just by hand drew in what I thought it would look like and then cut it out. Originally I was going to use snaps, but I couldn't find all my snap kit, so I had to come up with another idea. So I thought, I'll make some buckles. So I quickly modeled up a buckle and I printed out 3 of them in case one broke. And then I painted them silver. Using a hole punch, I punched a hole for the the buckle, because I didn't use a snap. And then I glued them in place, and then I used the same punch to add some holes to each of the other side of the strap so that it can be strapped together. Here I'm figuring out how I'm going to attach it to the actual gun. So I decided to drill a couple holes and use 2mm screws to hold it in place. Now the 2mm screws are only going to hold it in place so that it doesn't stretch. It's going to be held down at the front just with super glue. And then the back is going to be held down with Velcro so that I can open it up when needed to get at anything on the inside. Then time for a little test fitting before I decide to open it up and add some bling to the inside. So being in the show they use green paintballs, I decided to use green LEDs. Here you can see me test fitting them into the barrels. I tried to put as much room as I could without taking any stability away from the part. I made it so that if you wanted to add a switch, you could actually drill out the top fake switch that's there. I actually have a center punch modeled in so that you can get the hole drilled exactly where you need it. This is going to go on my animated Grogu that I'm building, and because it's going to be on the animated Grogu who's controlled by a RC controller, I eventually will move these lights over so that they actually run off of one of the controls on the controller. But here's the finished product as it is now. It's in great condition for just a quick build, and Grogu's gonna test it out. And for those who were not happy seeing Grogu with all his bare metal parts, he's now wearing, well, his unfinished jacket. And as always, thank you for watching. If you got something out of this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave it a like. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe.